do so many of this service, I oftentimes forget how kind of awkward it is for the rest of the general public. If you've never had a Brazilian wax before, it's probably not one of those things that you want to bring up into conversation and ask people, hey, what is it like? How does it go? What's it about? Is it good? Is it bad? So I thought that I would do a little video on what to expect when you get a Brazilian wax with me at the Skin Room. So let's go in. So this is my office here. This is where I do my waxing. So when we first come in, I always will step out and give you a minute with the door closed to get all set. Of course, for a Brazilian wax, you do have to undress from the waist down. And I have a chair here for you to set all of your stuff on. There is a hook on the back of the door to hang up any of your belongings. And you'll see on the second shelf of my wax cart here, I always have a package of baby wipes sitting there. If you feel like you need them, you are always welcome to them. And then once you're all set, you see the bed here. I always have this blue mat over my bed when I'm doing waxing, and that protects my blankets and such from getting wax on them. If you were to come in for a facial, the mat would be off and you would get all tucked in, cozy into the blankets. But for waxing, the mat is always on there. And then there's 2 towels set up. The first one on the bottom is for you to lay on top of so that you don't get chilly being on the rubber mat. And then the top one is for you to cover your lap up with so that you don't feel exposed. And when I do Brazilians, I try to do one side at a time. And I try to keep the towel covering your other side so you don't feel super uncomfortable. You don't feel like you're laying there completely naked. And as you can probably notice, I keep the lights pretty dim. I don't like it to feel like a doctor's office in here. I very rarely use my magnifying lamp anymore for waxing other than eyebrows because I just didn't like that feeling. I find that people are much more relaxed with a little bit of a dimmer lighting and nice music. So you would be laying on the bed. Like I said, I do one side at a time. I try to do big areas at once just to get it over with quicker for you. Try to make it as little pain as possible. And then I also wanted to show you my wax cart over here. It's kind of cluttered, but I do try to keep it very, very clean. And this is my wax pot. I use New-Free. And the difference between New-Free and any other waxing product is that it adheres to the oils in your hair rather than to your skin. And that makes it much more gentle, and a lot of people find that it hurts less than regular wax does. So it's a really, really good product. And then on my second shelf, you can see, like I said, the baby wipes are there, my gloves are there. I always wear gloves for waxing. That's very important. And then right here, there's a washcloth and these 2 bottles here. Once we're done with the wax, I always give these to you. I get a clean washcloth for every client, give you that, and give you these 2 bottles. And then I leave the room to let you get cleaned up yourself. The oil right here will remove any excess wax, any stickiness that's on there, and then the Finapil will calm your skin down and keep everything all cleaned out. And I like to just let you do that yourself because it can be kind of awkward having somebody rubbing your lady parts with a washcloth. So I just leave the room, let you do that, let you take your time, and then you come on out down the hall when you're ready, and that's it. So it's a pretty simple service. For your first time, it may take a half hour at the most. It usually doesn't. But if you continue to come in regularly, most people are in and out of here within 10 or 15 minutes. It gets very, very quick. And I do include the backside in all my Brazilians if you want it. A lot of people find it to be the least painful part. Some people like to have the back done, some don't. So, like I said, about 10-15 minutes is all you really need to expect if you're coming in regularly, and it's so worth it to not have hair for weeks, and go through 10 or 15 minutes of a little bit of discomfort. And I even have a little stress ball here if you want to squeeze that while we're doing your wax, if that makes it a little bit easier on you. So, of course, if you've never had a Brazilian, you don't know what it feels like, you don't know how painful it is, but hopefully this video will take a little bit of the scariness out of it for you, because at least now you kind of know the procedure, and what to expect as you're coming in for your Brazilian wax. So I hope that you will consider trying it, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, bye.